Welcome to the Commander Crew, a Magic the Gathering Commander YouTube channel where we ask the question, who's your commander?
We want to thank you for watching our videos. You can help support us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the bell notification icon.
You can also go to thecommandercrew.com to check out our t-shirts, masks, pet hoodies, and other Commander Crew goodies.
If you want to buy any of the cards seen in this video, be sure to click our TCG Player affiliate link in the show notes below.
Lastly, you can help us out by heading to our official Patreon page and becoming a direct supporter of the channel. Now let's
get to the video.
Oh no.
What is up, everybody? It is Chris from the Commander Crew coming out with a special one. We're gonna have a little twist on, guess what? How to upgrade our Edgar Markov deck. Yeah, with the new set Crimson Vow coming out, we were really excited to see what they would do with Edgar. The overall splendor of the Edgar itself wasn't the grandest, but now we have a few options to add to our Edgar Markov deck. Because if you don't already have one, it is definitely the commander you want to build upon. Now let's look back at Edgar Markov. Edgar Markov is 3 red, white, and a black for a 4/4 Vampire Knight with Eminence, one of the best abilities probably ever printed ever. Whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. He has first strike and haste, and whenever Edgar Markov attacks, you put a 1/1 counter on each vampire you control. What else does this card need? Like, this is a phenomenal card. We all know that. It was tough to beat this Edgar, and I know why. This Edgar is phenomenal. I don't know if they'll ever create a Mardu commander nearly as phenomenal as this Vampire Tribal. Now let's go over some of the cards that we want to include in this deck that, from the new set, will make this deck even better. Starting off, we have the Bride and the Groom-to-be. We have Edgar Charmed Groom and Olivia Crimson Bride. Now, these could be your commanders themselves, but the option of this I like to have is I want to keep Edgar Markov a Mardu-based commander deck. So with Edgar Charmed Groom, he's 2 and Orzhov colors for a 4/4 Vampire Noble. He has a Lord effect, and when it dies, you flip him over. On his backside, it's Edgar Markov's Coffin. Pretty cool artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 black and white vampire creature token with lifelink and put it on the bloodline counter on Edgar. Then if there are 3 or more bloodline counters, remove those counters and transform it. Basically, it's going to create the tokens themselves and eventually bring Edgar back. It's a pretty neat little ability. Yes, the other Edgar is pretty awesome, but you pretty much, unless you're exiling this card comes back over and over and over again. It's pretty awesome. And then we have Olivia Crimson Bride, 4 Rakdos for a 3/4 Vampire Noble, flying haste. Whenever she attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. When you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. Pretty awesome recursion effect. And she's a good body too. Definitely more towards the side of I want to build my own Rakdos reanimation deck, but definitely a great support card. Next up, we have the lands we'd include. Every single new set, there's always a land cycle, and this definitely helps us out a lot. We have Sundown Pass, Shattered Sanctum, and Voldaren Estate. Sundown Pass and Shattered Sanctum are just basically like just dual lands that help us out a lot. But Voldaren Estate, it's tap it to add a colorless, tap, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color, spend this only to cast vampire spells. This is mana fixing for vampires. That's pretty awesome. You can also pay 5 to create a blood token. And this ability costs 1 less to activate for each vampire you control. So potentially late game, you can create a bunch of blood tokens and just drain all our opponents. Then comes the next Sorin. Sorin the Mirthless. 2 black for a 4 loyalty planeswalker, +1. Look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card and put it in your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana value. It's Bob. It's pretty awesome. -2, create a 2/3 black vampire creature token with flying and lifelink. A 2/3 body with flying and lifelink is definitely something to look out for. And then -7, he does 13 damage to any target and you gain 13 life. Yes, it doesn't seem like the craziest ultimate, but a 26 damage life swing is epic. Next is Voldaren Epicure. For a single red, we give a 1/1 vampire when it enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to each opponent, and you create a blood token. For a single red mana, we're dealing 1 damage to each opponent, so that's upwards of 3 damage, creating a blood token, which is, guess what, more rubbish in the future, and we're creating a 1/1 on top of this. Pretty solid for a 1/1 body. And then lastly, one of my favorite cards probably out of the entire set for this is Welcoming Vampire. 2 and a white for a 2/3 vampire flying. Whenever 1 or more other creatures with power 2 or less into the battlefield under your control, you draw a card. It does only trigger a single time each turn, but it doesn't say non-token. Welcoming Vampire is probably the best card to add to this deck. Definitely look out for this. And that is a quick take of what I would throw into my Edgar Markov deck. What other cards in the set did you like? I'd love to hear in the comments down below. Do you own Edgar? I'm pretty sure everyone owns an Edgar at this point. Let me know in the comments down below for that one, because I want to see who's got Edgar out here. Again, my name is Chris in the Commander Crew. Thanks for watching. Peace.